Nowadays, AI can answer you with no internet connection at all. Not a cached answer, not a pre written answer. It can generate that response completely live on the machine sitting right in front of you. Every episode so far, the model lived somewhere else, a data center you will never see, owned by a company you're trusting with every word you type. That has been the deal since this series has started. But today, that deal is optional. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what changed to make this possible, how tools like Ollama and LM Studio actually work under the hood, and what you genuinely give up when you close your laptop lid on the cloud entirely. So, let's start with the question that matters the most. Why could you not just do this 2 years ago? So, let's rewind a few years back. And this idea was almost a joke at that point in time. The best models needed racks of specialized hardware, the kind of setup that costs more than a house. Your laptop was never really getting near that. Two things changed. The first is quantization, and we will not be skipping past that word because it is the actual engine behind this entire video. So here is the whole idea of quantization with zero math using a single photograph. Imagine a photograph saved at full quality. Every pixel, every tiny shade of color recorded with total precision. Beautiful but huge in size. Now save that same photo as a compressed JPEG. Most people cannot really tell the difference just by looking at it, but the file is now a fraction of the size. And this is exactly what quantization does to a language model as well. Every single weight inside the model, every one of those billions of learned numbers, was originally stored with high precision, using more digits than you actually need for a model to behave correctly. Quantization rounds those numbers down to a coarser scale, less precision per number, dramatically less memory for the whole model. A model that once needed 40 gigabytes can shrink down to 10, sometimes less, and it gives you nearly the same answers. Maybe not identical, maybe not exact, but enough. That small gap in precision is the price that you have to pay. The seat you get in return is a model that now fits on a laptop instead of a server rack. And that is quantization. You compress the numbers, keep almost all of the intelligence, and hand yourself a model small enough to own it. So that solves the problem of size. But size alone does not run a model. You still need something to actually execute it. And this is where the second shift comes in. Consumer hardware got dramatically better at exactly the kind of math a language model needs, which is matrix multiplication, over and over in parallel. Graphics cards were already really good at this, since that is what they were built to do. But the newer piece is dedicated AI hardware showing up inside even ordinary laptops. Neural processing units built specifically to run models efficiently without draining your battery within 10 minutes. Smaller models plus better hardware. That insane combination is the entire reason this video exists. Now, let's talk about how you actually run one of these. Two tools dominate this space right now, and they solve the same problem in two different ways. Ollama is built for people comfortable typing a command. You install it, you just type one line, Ollama run, followed by a model name, and it downloads a quantized model and drops you straight into a conversation. No accounts, no API keys, no dashboard. It is designed to feel almost invisible, closer to a system utility than an app that you interact with. LM Studio takes the opposite approach. It gives you a full visual interface, a library you browse and click to download, a chat window that looks like any other AI app that you have used, and sliders for the settings that Ollama expects you to already understand. If Ollama is a command line for local AI, LM Studio is a complete app store. Underneath, they're both nearly doing the same thing, loading a quantized model into memory and letting your hardware, your CPU or GPU, sometimes both, run together, run the forward pass that we covered in episode 9. The same fundamental mechanics: generate one token, feed it back in, generate the next one. The only thing that changed is where that loop is physically happening. And that leads to the honest trade off. The part most excited announcements about local AI kind of conveniently skip. Running locally means total privacy. Nothing you type ever leaves your machine. No company logs your prompts. No server sees your data. No terms of service to actually worry about. For a doctor drafting notes, a lawyer reviewing a contract, or anyone working with information they cannot legally send to a third party, that alone can be the entire decision. But you're trading something for that. A frontier model running in a data center has access to hardware you simply do not have at home. The local model on your laptop, even a genuinely good one, will generally reason little less sharply, know a little less, and run slower than that giant model living in the cloud. You're not getting the same intelligence for free. You're getting most of it privately at a real but often acceptable cost. There is a third option worth knowing about too, sitting between those two extremes: edge AI, which usually means small, purpose built models baked directly into devices. Phones doing on device transcription, cameras doing real time object detection, systems that need to respond in milliseconds with zero network around trip at all. Same underlying idea as running an LLM locally. Different scale, different purpose, same principle. Bring the model to the data instead of setting data to the model. So here is where all of that leaves you. Every architecture, every mechanism, everything this series has taught you about how these models actually work. That knowledge does not only apply to giant cloud systems, it applies just as much to the exact same kind of model sitting quietly on your own hard drive. Fully yours, fully private, no server required at all. So, a quick recap: the whole thing in 5 lines. Quantization compresses a model's number, keeping most of the intelligence in a fraction of the size. Better consumer hardware, including dedicated AI chips, gave ordinary laptops enough power to actually run that compressed model. Ollama runs local models through a command line. LM Studio does the same through a visual app. Both use identical token by token generation loop from earlier in the series. Only the location changed. Local buys you privacy and independence. Cloud still wins on raw capability. So pick based on what the task actually needs. And here is your one next step. If you have never done this, install Ollama today and run one line. Ollama run followed by any model name, a small model that you find on their own site. Then turn off your Wi Fi and keep talking to it. That moment, watching it keep responding with zero connection, is worth more than anything I could explain in this entire video. We have now covered how models work, how they see, how they remember, how they pay attention, how they became conversational, how to prompt them well, and now how to run them entirely on your own terms. Next, we take a step back and ask a bigger question: what happens when a model stops just answering and starts acting on its own? If local AI just become real to you, please do like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.